wonder if they got speed cameras we need to be aware of.
I think they do, actually.
Maybe you should just throw these on.
I don't know if they actually get like a camera feed, like a picture, but I know that they get alerts for speeding.
I do love that the engine sounds like it's got more to it, like it's gonna just wind over more, but then it just sits there and just growls at you.
Yeah, I noticed there's quite a few different vehicles that do that. They sound like they're a lot more power behind them than there actually is.
Yeah, yeah. And then you got the Durango that just sounds like it still, you know, sounds like it's ready to go Mach fuck from the moment you just lightly press the accelerator.
But it actually does go Mach fuck, though. That's the difference with the Durango.
It does, correct. And the fact that we can paint it in all black and make it slick top and take the antenna off the top, so it just, you, like, race it, boy.
Go join those midnight races that they host down at the casino.
Yeah, totally. We'll just rock that one out. Someone is parked in front of our firehouse. Is that car normally there? Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Someone's hit the Chief's car since we've left.
Yep.
He refuses to take the call sign Battalion 1, instead going Command 1. I'm like, why? And he goes, because Battalion 1 makes me sound like a chief. I'm like, you are the chief.
Yeah, it was really good. Thank you. Hell yeah. What is this sweetness? It's really good. It's really good. Thank you.
Alright, there's run lights here somewhere.
Stop, I'm screaming. Stop.
There's so many different things that are toggleable that I don't see what they do.
Oh, that's...
Oh, Jesus.
Wow, that's bright. Holy shit. Definitely got your scene lighting.
Okay. Now we know.
Someone's trying to get a hold of you on Twitter.
Are they? Alright, hang on. Push this forward. If I'm gonna turn up in half turnouts, it may as well be the engine that comes for them.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
I
Actually,
had
wouldn't the
not
rescue truck work too?
I mean, the small rescue truck absolutely would, but I feel like we just need to take an engine out today if anyone gets hurt.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. We rarely ever get to take her out anyway. That's not what I wanted.
Hang on, let me give you keys here. Eh.
Oh, fuck. Alright, now try. Damn it. Is this not the one you could get on the back of? I thought we had a fire truck
No,
you could get on the back of.
no, that's no longer a thing. That's extremely
Aw.
unsafe.
Oh, come on. That's unfair.
However, if you want to get into the festivity and spirits of, actually, maybe I should do the rescue since I have rescue written on the back of my fucking shirt.
Oh, the rescue squad one? Yeah. It's up to you, man. We can take the brush truck out. It is a fire
Yeah,
apparatus.
it absolutely. I want to turn it into a rapid response apparatus, especially if it's going to have the power theoretically to fight fires. That, you know, if you don't need foam or anything, you just need the bare basics of a hose and pressure through a pump. Uh, you're right there.
I have no idea what I died from.
You've been eating, drinking.
Son of a bit. Yeah, no, my food is empty. That's my bad.
Yep, it's all good. We're here. We got it.
Oh, thank you. Well, at least I don't have to worry about eating for a little while.
All right. Who is this guy? This might be our new guy. Why doesn't he just call the services? You know what? You should respond to him and just say, just call the services. Anybody that's on for San Andreas Fire and Rescue can answer. And then when he calls, you can answer and be like, oh, yeah, Captain's standing right here. He's just lazy. The captain is busy.
I commented on his tweet.
Does replying to people actually come through?
I think so.
Because I don't think I've ever seen it come through.
That was weird. My whole phone, like, broke.
Windspark consists of all of like 7 women and 3 of them either work for you or you know of them outside of work.
Oh, apparently they're here in the lobby.
Oh.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing it amazing, actually.
Right on. You were the one looking for Captain Avery, right?
Yes, I am.
What's your name?
Cam Nolan.
You're the new hire, right?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. Come on back. He's back here. I'll bring you with me. Uh, he might have gone upstairs. Hold on. Let's go up this way. Here's someone walking.
Yeah.
Am I not on frequency? Five two two five 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 direct. Did you get kicked off the radio as well? I had to reconnect to it just now.
No, I have a feeling that you might have been because of the whole situation.
Fair enough. Fair enough. This is
yeah.
Cam.
Howdy.
What's going on, brother?
Oh, it's a whole kettle of fish there, and that question to unpack, which we're probably going to avoid. Our mental health is dying, isn't it, Emma?
Hey, it's just another day in fire.
Yeah. Alrighty, let me just go through here, get the paperwork up.
I didn't know if you wanted to do if you wanted him here or in your office.
No, the chief took back his office. My office isn't as spacious, so here works.
Alright, sounds good.
Alrighty, let me see what we got here. Cam Nolan. Alright. Just confirm for me your phone number ending in 2809er.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you are looking to come on as a firefighter paramedic combined. Alright. Fantastic. So, welcome to your induction. Just to let you know, your fire academy is going to be scheduled at a later date. So for now, you'll be starting just as a basic EMT. If fire emergencies do come up, the fire suppression systems themselves in all the buildings so far are maintaining that for us. However, they could fail at any time, so we are trying to get a fire academy together as quickly as we can. If we have rescues or anything technical like that, just follow the guidance of basically it'll be myself that does those. If it's something that's outside of your scope, we just try and work around it for now. That being said, looks like everything here. Alrighty. So first things first, have you had a tour of the firehouse?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. I have a feeling that Emma might be feeding herself. Would I be right, Emma? All right. So this is the rec room. This is where we come to chill, vibe, have discussions. This is the kitchen. are free talk areas, so doesn't matter rank or anything like that. It's not going to be a, you know, an area where someone comes in and swings their dick because they got a couple of trumpets on their collar or anything like that. Unfortunately, the pool table at the moment is being refelted. The TV blew last night, so we can't watch any movies anymore. But we are working on getting a PS5 and a new TV. At the very least, we want to get a Netflix account for the firehouse so that we can just all sit down, chill, and watch a movie in between calls. Once the table's refelted, uh-oh. Person injured, let's go, Emma! All right, you're coming along as a civilian right along. You're getting in the back of the fire truck.
Let's do it. Ooh, this is cool.
Alrighty. Emma, you want to? You can just ride in the front. I'll let you eat while we go. Okay, Cam, you're on board. All right. All right, Emma, mark it up for us. I thought that was the one that gets us onto the freeway. This is the one that does it. Okay, here we go. We're coming, buddies. We're comings. So, Emma, just so you know, you're driving on the way back, so I'd hurry up and finish that food. I miss the days of just driving a rig like this.
Alright.
Yes, you can double siren. Yes, it sounds as glorious as you think. And yes, they will get out of the way.
You probably should have taken the approach.
Possibly. It really depends. Where are they at?
Right at the 68 approach in Harmony. 68
Where the
Sonora.
dirt road comes out?
68 Sonora by the just past the red lights racetrack.
Okay, alright. Well, here we go. How you doing back there, Cam? You holding on?
This is amazing, man. This is amazing.
Probably not how you saw your day going.
Not really, but you know, it's more exciting now.
Hopefully it's just a hypoglycemic and we can give some glucagon and be gone, you know?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, that's right, you move. We're big and blue. The only thing about this apparatus I hate, I'm gonna be honest with you, is the rotor array on the front.
Yeah. I never really quite understood the purpose of those.
It's designed to be right at rear vision mirror level so that if you see something spinning that's flashing red and white, you know it's a fire apparatus. But, I mean, my thing is, this is a big-ass truck. If you can't hear and or see something this big, you need your eyes checked.
Yeah, I agree. Engine 1 on scene.
Boy. Alright, I'll block traffic. Cam, just hang at the back. Here. Emma,
Yeah.
go start your assessments.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Firefighter Dawson with San Andreas Fire Rescue. Can you tell me what happened to him here?
Okay. Okay. So, Emma, I have a feeling I'm going to play translator here. It's an ejection from a vehicle. Yeah, sounds like it might be a hard case of scuffitis here.
Okay. Sounds about right.
Yeah, so I tell you what, let's go with the scuffitis protocol, and if we have to deal with them again in the next hour, we'll take them off that. But for now, yeah.
Don't worry, you're gonna
You know
live.
what? Admittedly, that's actually true. Yeah, like I'm looking at this, and there's no damage at all.
Yeah, it looks fine in my eyes as well, just a little dirty.
Yeah,
Yeah, so,
clean. So official recommendation: clean yo shit. Or if you want, I'll just go turn the pump on, get the deck gun, and see if we can clean it for you from there. I thought he was going to take the turn the pump on and use the deck gun option. I was kind of excited.
yeah, a little bit.
All right, Emma, go ahead, move the apparatus up in parallel, then just, think with the right trigger muscle. You might want to stand back. There's a deck gun. I'll show you. We got an automated deck gun with a controller up in the driver's seat. Yeah, no, so deck guns are mounted on top. It's designed to allow us to, if a fire is too intense or we can't get up there for chemical hazardous material reasons, anything like that, we can actually operate that in a safe environment from inside the cab using the remote control and basically just put the wet stuff on the red stuff without putting us in jeopardy. We do have attack hoses with nozzles that we can take off. We got supply lines that we plug into the hydrants. We have foam to deal with electrical and chemical fire. We're just luckily at the moment the state has some pretty active fire suppression, but between you, me, the walls, one of our fire marshals did an inspection of a few businesses and found that some of the suppression systems are getting a little old. We're worried that they may start failing soon. Well, red line is definitely there. Benny's is a hazardous materials area.
We didn't send
Well, oh really?
Just message me back.
What on? Oh, the
I don't know what we're.
the auto exotic.
I can't hear the other.
Yeah,
two
the
people,
one that's right near the highway, near the casino.
So you'll have to bear with me here.
Nice,
Um,
nice. Okay, so is
I stopped
red line
listening
being
to
torn
what
down as
Avery
well?
was talking about because I was reading what you call it.
Yeah, I've strangely I have heard that there were talks about a news company opening up around there, but I don't know. I've heard there's a couple of reporters that were like, "We don't want to work in the blogger sphere. We
Keep
want a
an eye on your
physical
Discord
building."
because I'll be sending you a message here soon.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. All right, well, we're blocking the road, so We're I fucking hate it. It is a monstrosity. The rotor race sucks. Literally, we had this conversation on the way here. So it is designed to be at rear view mirror height, so that if you're not paying attention and you see a spinning red thing in your periphery, you look at the rear vision, it draws your attention to the fact it's a fire apparatus. Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, you take care. We're gonna get back to the house. All right, you can kill the lights there. And that scaphitis is goddamn. So anyway, welcome to San Andreas Fire and Rescue as a probationary firefighter EMT. As I said, we'll be starting your EMT training first, and then working on your firefighter training.
Okay.
So that does mean usually you would be responding to places in ambulances, but honestly, we haven't taken the engine out for a while. And given that the chief sent me an email saying, quote unquote, I need to return to Las Venturas, so you're acting battalion chief, I'll back any decision you make, I figured why not?
Gotcha.
So, with that in mind, anything that goes on today, we will more than likely respond to in this as a group. So when we get back, I'll get your government ID number. I'll get you hired on. We'll get you turned out in your probationary gear. And that will be your base uniform that you can wear around the station and on calls. And then we'll go over the basics of EMTing, which means we go over topics like scene safety, the doctor ABCs, how to treat people in MVAs, go over opioid overdoses and Narcan usage. And then from there, you ride along with somebody for your first couple of shifts, and then you'll be let solo. After a period of time, once you show that you are doing the job well, that you understand things, that we're happy with how you perform, at the moment, completion of your EMT certification takes you off probationary, and then Fire Academy will get you your Firefighter 1 certification, and then you move on in your career from there.
Awesome.
Just so you're aware, because I've had this question before, so I'm adjusting the training to cover this. As a firefighter EMT, basically all of our certifications are open to you once you meet the prerequisites, and if you're ever interested in any, we're happy to go over them with you. So as a firefighter, you can become you can stay just as an externally qualified firefighter, so Firefighter 1, where you only do external ops. You can then go do Firefighter 2 to learn how to do stuff inside buildings, use breathing apparatus, search and rescue, things like that. Then there's a senior firefighter, which will let you be essentially a firefighter FTO. So that lets you train people, supervise them on the rigs if they're a brand new Firefighter 1, things like that. From the EMS side, you can do your paramedic certification. You can become a paramedic FTO. There is the chance to move into the technical rescue squad eventually. There's the fire marshal or office of fire investigation. They're both the same. Wow, what an asshole. Man, they're on drugs or something. They are tripping. But that being said, there is also the tactical emergency medical team or squad, TEMS. They work with SWAT, so that is paramedic certification. But being a fire paramedic means that you can go for that. Both the fire marshal / office of fire investigation and TEMS does require you to be selected and attend the police academy, however. So those are some pretty difficult qualifications. If you enjoy flying or you have your pilot's license, you can get qualified as a basically a flight operator, which lets you fly our fire suppression plane, our fire helicopter, and our medevac helicopter. So those are all options. There's a few other things in there that I don't cover, just mainly because honestly there's a lot, and you don't need to be bombarded too much on your first day.
Yeah.
If you are also interested in any kind of leadership in the future, so moving up and being a lieutenant, captain, battalion chief eventually, that is also on the table for you. So, all right. That being said, I mean, we're still driving back to the house, so I may as well ask these questions. As part of your training, it's basically the first part is a lot of ask answer. So I'm going to ask you what your understanding is, get a line of it, and then I will inform you what our standards are on it.
Okay.
There's no stupid questions. If you at any point have any questions about anything, even once you're on the road, ask. If you don't ask and we find out that it's something that you've been curious about or that we've missed for you, well, that's a whole different story. So, first question for you. What is your understanding of scene safety?
Scene safety is getting to the scene and making sure that everything's safe. Make sure that you're safe. The victim is also safe. Make sure everyone on the scene is safe, and then you hit into the scene and do your job.
Okay. So mostly correct. So scene safety also ties in with the Dr. ABCs that you're going to learn as part of your EMT training. However, San Andreas Fire and Rescue advises the following in terms of scene safety. Scene safety is a consistent evaluation of the environment you find yourself in. Being an emergency responder, both in emergency medical and fire perspective, you are in a dynamic and dangerous environment. Dangers can be of a man-made, natural, or other reasons, such as chemical, etc. Even though, yes, they technically count as man-made. I know that sounds weird, but they have to be mentioned separately. So, scene safety is something that you must always take into account. When arriving on the scene, you must understand that you could be very well the only person responding to that scene at that time, and a failure to maintain your safety could mean you're being incapacitated or being unable to assist your patient, which could lead to further complication, injury, or death of that person. Questions that you must ask yourself for scene safety is, what are the dangers to me? What are the dangers to the patient? And what are the dangers to the general public? We have an obligation and duty of care to all three, including you. Okay. That is the worst parking job I've ever seen, Emma. Back tire on the box. Keep going. There you go. Right there. That's it. All right, we'll head on up. Actually, I'll get you out the back here. And now that we're going, since we're going out on calls, I'll get back into my half turnout rig. Hey, Emma, have you got a half turnout rig? Yeah. So my understanding, at least for me, if I remember, is under your scarf and chain areas where you're going to find your turnout pants, just by themselves. Just you can keep your t-shirt, keep your radio, keep your backpack, and all that kind of stuff. Just get your helmet and your turnout. Correct. Yeah. Yeah. All right, Cam, have you got $100 on you? Because
Yeah, I
you
do.
will need $100 to talk to this guy.
Yeah, it does. I've
All right.
noticed.
So on the notice board, you'll notice some uniform suggestions, and there is a male probationary firefighter. There's a code there. If you take that code and you tell this gentleman, he will get you everything off the rack that you need.
Okay, give me 1 second.
No, all good. Love that he's always on his phone. It just fills me with joy that he is. Oh, Emma, I did something to piss the chief off for when he comes back. You ready? Ta-da! Rapid response motorcycle unit. I'm advocating it. I found the gear. You know what? That's true. You know what? I should put that in. I should put that on our notice board to give him a chuckle because I know he's a little stressed lately. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna pose. I want you to take a photo and we'll post it up. We'll send it to him in an email first. Ignore that a little piece of my hair sticks through the helmet. There's a hole there. All right. Yeah, I'll let me just see. Oh yeah. Oh no, that's okay. I see that. I'll send that on through. All right. Let me get into some proper gear. Okay, apparently, and I don't have any gloves, apparently. Okay, all right, that's fine. I know for a fact I do. Tony the Tailor over here is fucking me. By the way, if you want the stethoscope that you have around your neck there does come in other colors. Like for instance, the one that I usually use is red. So if you want to go through, I think there's like 26 different colors available. Find your own color. There's no. Oh boy.
My food
You
and
haven't been
water.
eating or drinking, have you?
I feel better now.
Okay, this is starting to annoy me. So I'm just gonna go in civilian dress. Fuck it. Okay, you know what? It's saying I don't have gloves on, but fuck it. We all see them. Whatever. Emma, we'll let you get changed. I'm gonna start going through everything else. I can't. Oh, you don't have any money on you? Okay. All right. Well, I'm here. Let me get your number of the day, I believe.
Okay. watch Valhalla? Huh? Thought you watched Valhalla, right? I watched the last one. Okay. Sorry. Oh, that's right.
And we will put a stop to it. So you don't have to. It's not one of those things of just, oh, he didn't mean it this way. It's a, you were told. Something we have zero tolerance for is any kind of harassment or bullying. Just so you're aware. Good-natured ball busting, like if you fuck up on a call and we rib you for it, that's good-natured, obviously, as long as you take it in good nature. If you have any issues, you come talk to me, come talk to your senior firefighters, things like that. All right.
Gotcha.
All right. Now, that being said, if at any point in time anybody has any issues with you, I should probably mention this here as well, because we actually have some updates on this. So, Emma, listen in on this part. Hold on, I'm getting this up in this email update. Okay, so officially, what I must remind you is that anything that you learn, see, or experience within San Andreas Fire and Rescue that could involve sensitive information, either about others or about training or response doctrines of our brothers and sisters in blue, is to be kept strictly confidential. If you're found to be disclosing any personal privileged information, such as health information, insurance information, accident information, or procedural policies, both disciplinary internally or externally, or law enforcement response, communications frequencies, etc. So basically, anything that you learn here that's not the, hey, yeah, I went to this really cool fire and this is what I did kind of deal, can make you subject to disciplinary action. We are governed by laws such as HIPAA, which are designed to provide personal, privileged, and private information guarantees to people. So don't discuss anything that goes into the MDT. Don't discuss, if you do discuss anything with people that ask you, hey, what's your gnarliest call? It's fine to say like, oh, I came to a car accident, this person had this injury and we treated it. Don't go into specifics and don't identify the person. However, you may be called to testify in court. So if you are, you'll be issued with a subpoena. The chief and I will go over that, make sure that it's all on board. Don't say anything to anybody without a green light from higher up. So that's on information safety there and security. Any questions on that?
No.
Okay, so this has come up. Well, not come up, but it's been brought in case it does come up. Twitter, okay, because of the fact that you are a member of the fire department, anything that you post on Twitter could become or be taken as a reflection of San Andreas Fire and Rescue as a whole. So whilst we understand that you are an individual, you are part of the higher group, so please bear in mind what you post on Twitter, as it could cause issues. Whilst we don't censor anything that you say, if it does come back negatively on the department, there could be cause for investigation, and if a breach of policy is found, disciplinary action may follow. So basically, don't go pulling a Donald Trump. That one should pretty well be clear. Any questions on that or why that might be in there?
Nope.
Okay. And I officially have to go over this now because it is in the handbook. The handbook is still being printed, so you will receive a copy of this soon, TM. In terms of your personal relationships within the fire department. Now, relationships with other members of the fire department are allowed. We understand through our duties that we do build bonds and connections which may or may not bring us together in more than just a professional capacity, shall we say. Here are some guidelines that need to be followed. There are 4 points here, okay? So if you have any issues with these, let me know. Number 1, if you do form a relationship or join as a couple, please do inform a member of high command. So myself, the chief, or Lieutenant Theo. I can never remember Theo's last name, so I just call him Theo. Just so that we can understand and
Can't
start to
remember
be aware
Theo's
of any
last name,
potential
so
issues.
he's just Theo.
As a couple, you are allowed to ride together, but you must maintain full professionalism whilst in the public eye. Remember that you are firefighters and EMTs first, couple second, whilst on duty. Any affection outside of a friendly manner whilst on duty in the public eye will result in you being separated for a period until professionalism can be maintained. So, no PDAs. And 4, off-duty time is your business. It's not ours. We don't care. Just, go nuts, etc., etc. Just remember the Twitter policy, anything that goes on there. Otherwise, live your life the way that you choose to, you kings and or queens and or whatever else you choose to identify yourself as. Yeah, that's pretty well it. Is that an understandable policy? Is that too overbearing?
Yes,
Is it? All right.
understandable.
Yeah, no, it's one of them things that we kind of feel like we just don't want the, oh, honey, can you go get this for me? And then like you've had a fight before that call and be like, a syringe thrown at you.
Yeah, and even though it's all pretty much straightforward stuff, for the lawyers still say we have to tell you all this.
Yeah. I love that this macaron looks like a burger. It's a huge cookie.
Yeah, it's a real satisfying cookie, I guess.
Mm-hmm. All right. So that's basically it policy-wise. So let's get back to our good thing here. Scene safety. All right. So yes, as we
Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay.
Are you okay? Are you
don't
okay?
worry about that. I forget the IFX does that. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. So scene safety wise, as we said, dynamic, dangerous environment. Continually reassess. Make sure that you are consistently in a safe space. The official policy of San Andreas Fire and Rescue is that if you do assess or deem that you are in a situation that is dangerous, and you do not wish to approach without backup, we will back you in this. Our goal is your safety and to make sure that as much as possible risk is mitigated. So if you feel that you require backup and you need to wait, go for it. Your most powerful tool is your radio and your connection to dispatch. The moment that you do make an assessment that you require that assistance, please call it in, whether that's additional paramedics, additional EMTs, fire, or PD. Alrighty?
Gotcha.
Alrighty. So next we go to the bread and butter of our EMTs, Dr. ABC, and an explanation and understanding of your role. So, number one, as an EMT or emergency medical technician, you are the basic life-saving care provider, or what we call in the industry BLS. We affectionately know you as the Band-Aid Bandits, or, depending upon your liking of this one, the Boo Boo Bitch. You will generally find yourself riding in the Boo Boo Bus. As the name would suggest, you are not providing advanced life-saving measures, hence the basic. So you will not be doing intubations, airway, administering advanced medications, or anything of that nature. You are very much a initial assessment, controls of bleeding, basic life-saving skills, and then providing them with transportation to the hospital. The role of the EMT can pretty well be summed up in don't make a fuss, get them in the bus. So with that, with every patient that you come to, we ask that you follow standard protocols. These protocols are best described under the acronym of Dr. ABC. Each one obviously has a meaning. We'll start off with D, which is danger. This incorporates in with scene safety that we've just covered. So to go over as a reminder, when you arrive on scene, you need to be actively looking for all dangers that could apply to the situation. This can include man-made, so are they in a motor vehicle accident? Are they pinned by a vehicle? Has something collapsed on them? Were they doing something that put them in danger? Are you in danger? Do they need to be moved from the danger? Is there danger to anybody else that may come to assist you or them? With danger, it must be continuously reassessed. And depending upon the situation, should you find that the danger is not present, but there is a chance it may reappear, if your patient is stable to do so, move them into a more secure area to limit or mitigate completely any danger to you or them. Again, if you are the person that gets injured trying to help someone, who's going to come to help you? I mean, we obviously will, but it just will be delayed. So yeah, that's pretty well D. Any questions on D?
No, sir.
Okay, and now I'm thirsty again. God fucking damn it. This hot chocolate better help. Yep. It's really good hot chocolate. It takes forever to drink.
Well, I mean, it is hot.
Yeah, it's very hot. Now I have a dirty plate. I need to take that back to Uwa. Okay. Next up is R for responsiveness. So responsiveness is our determination as to the severity of injury. It's a very quick test that will let you know whether or not you may be capable of handling the situation or whether you may need backup. This is one of our first assessments. Responsiveness is determined based upon the average person in their current state. So are they able to articulate to you, i.e., are they able to talk? Do they know where they are? Do they know what day it is? Are they able to move their eyes, limbs, etc.? If they can do all of these things, they are completely responsive. If not, then they may be. There are different levels of responsiveness that can range from completely unresponsive, which is called a coma, to partially unresponsive, such as confusion, which could indicate concussions. There is actually a scale to determine this. However, in your assessments, you are not required to assess all of these things. Your main levels are, is this person able to be responsive to me, or do I need assistance? So there are 3 ways to determine responsiveness. There is, and you know what? I'm going to ask you this question I always ask everybody, so I'm not going to change it for you. Can you tell me, or can you guess, 3 of the ways, or even one of the ways that you may be able to judge a person's responsiveness?
Eye contact. Ask them what year it is. What day it is. Could be. Who's the president. And things like that.
Okay. So, kind of. So talking is definitely one, because if you can talk to somebody and they can follow your commands, such as, hey, look at me, do you know where you are, things like that, that's a very accurate way of being able to tell if they're responsive. Another is touch. So giving their hand to squeeze or asking them to squeeze your hand, see if they can feel your touch, respond to your commands, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the third is pain, as Emma's poking you there. So
She is
uh,
poking.
now, pain is a base level response. If a person is unresponsive to pain, then they may very well be suffering from a brain injury. If someone is unable to follow your commands, they may be suffering, head trauma, things like that. So if a person is not actively alert and talking to you, if they're completely unconscious, my recommendation is to call for assistance, usually from a paramedic. Okay. Just because there could be some other issues that may need to be assessed.
Now, mind you, he doesn't mean pain by like punching them in the face.
No. I'm actually going to teach you right here. So there's 2 ways that we can elicit a pain response that are within our bounds. The first is, if you think about kind of, how it's the best way to describe this. If you bend your fingers at the first knuckle and you kind of make like a martial arts kind of claw looking thing, like a rawr, where that knuckle is bent, if you take that knuckle and you press it firmly but not hard into the center of your breastbone, you can go ahead and do that now yourself. It makes a very uncomfortable pain stimulation there, and you don't need to apply a lot of pressure to do it. It's called a sternal rub, and the body will respond to pain even on an unconscious level as part of its fight or flight. So if somebody's unresponsive to you, you can always try that, see how they respond to the pain. It might make them groan, it might make them move. That means they're responsive to pain. If they don't respond at all to it, they don't move, there's no groans, nothing, that's bad. Call a paramedic. Another way is if you take a blunt object such as a ballpoint pen and you basically drive it lightly but firmly into a fingertip to see if they withdraw their hand, or if their feet are more exposed or available, run it up the sole of their foot, kind of trigger a tickle response. Now that is another way of doing it. I don't call that the most accurate way, because people could have nerve problems, things like that, where they may not necessarily register it. So don't use that as a 100% foolproof way. But those are ways that we can legally induce pain to see how people are responsive. Does that, 1, make sense? Or 2,
Yes, sir.
do you have any questions?
1. It
Go
makes
for it.
sense.
All right. What's your question on it?
I have no question.
Oh, okay. Cool. So, with responsiveness, this is the first thing that we assess after danger. So this is our initial contact with the patient. Some ways that we do this are very simply introducing yourself. So arriving on scene, hello, sir, hello, ma'am, I'm probationary firefighter, Nolan. Where is it hurt today? Or what happened? Or can you tell me what happened? Or even hey, we're from San Andreas Fire and Rescue. What happened? Get them talking to you. That's a good way to tell immediately if they're responsive. If they don't answer you, then go through and check other things. Ideally, if they're not responding to you, I would be suggestive of calling a paramedic just to come and be sure. You may end up having a paramedic on the bus with you who can then go through a more detailed assessment. So that concludes responsiveness. Next assessment that we do is or airway. So the body consists of many mechanisms for survival, but one of the most important is being able to transport oxygen from the air around us to every part of the body, which is what the blood cells do. They do this by us breathing in and out, which is a process that is not controlled by us. It's all basically what's the word I want to say here? You know what? I've completely forgotten the word. Fuck me. Anyway, the pipe, well, the way that the air moves through is your airway. This consists of your nasal passage as well as the back of your throat going down, which then splits off into the esophagus, and the main airway itself, which goes directly to the lungs. Can you tell me why airway might be an important assessment?
Repeat the question again.
Yeah, sure. Can you tell me why you think airway might be an important assessment?
Well, for me, it's quite simple. Without the airway, uh, the patient will be able to breathe, things like that. So, it's quite simple to me.
Mm-hmm. Yep, nope, that's it. That's it. So, there are different things that can happen to the airway. It can be damaged by the trauma, such as a gunshot wound, knife, accident, things like that, in which case life-saving actions may need to be taken. If you determine that the airway has been damaged by any of these things immediately, if you don't have one with you, call for a paramedic to come and help you. Okay.
Gotcha.
Now, there is one thing that you should never do when assessing an airway on a patient. Can you tell me what you think it might be? The answer may shock you.
What's the answer?
Nope, that's okay. Don't do not ever put your finger in somebody's mouth to check their airway or otherwise. It takes the same amount of pressure to bite a carrot as it does to remove your finger from your hand. So just bear that in mind. So never put your finger in somebody's mouth. The correct way to assess an airway is to gently lift their or tilt their head back, or if they're in the recovery position, try and angle their head in a way that you can, with a flashlight and eye, observe if there's anything obstructing the top part of the airway, such as the tongue, or debris such as some food, vomit, things like that. Never try to remove anything from the throat itself, as doing so could push it further down and cause other issues. If the airway is not completely blocked, then happy days. We can do things about that. If it is completely blocked, we may need to make a more advanced intervention, call a paramedic. You're going to hear that word a lot, call a paramedic, just because there's a lot that basics aren't expected to do that paramedics are. So, yeah, don't take it that it seems like we're trying to limit you. This is just your welcome to the introduction. Okay, hold on. There's I just got an email here from the government. Hold on. Oh no. Oh shit. Emma, we're gonna need a lot of money.
Yeah, do you want to go get that now, or do you want to?
Yeah,
Okay.
yep. Rig run. Yeah. I just realized that the officer seat's on this side. All right, Kim, come on in.
Where's the nearest
Okay.
bank?
You know what? I have no clue. Probably head towards Davis, like Grove
Hey.
Street LTD. Can we use the cash machine there?
I think so. We should be able to.
Well, let's give it a try. Restored.
Thanks for dropping in. How was your day going?
Okay. All right. Just reading through that email still. Yeah. Yeah. We'll probably have to work on that. But anyway, airway assessments. If there's anything in there, don't go poking or prodding. Don't try and remove anything. Place it in a recovery position. If the airway appears to be partially blocked, start oxygen.
Interesting. Okay. Server died.